Lukaku said, "What?" Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I have been taking a much needed break and I actually wasn't planning on posting another video for a couple of days before the Liverpool game, but there have been these Lukaku statements and quotes going around that I just needed to comment on, so I decided, hey, I'm just going to post an impromptu video and go for it. It's pretty crazy stuff, so let's get into it. To add some context, in case you don't know, Fabrizio Romano, who is super famous, he is always right on with transfers and with quotes, and if he posts anything, you know that it's 100%, and he has posted some quotes that Lukaku said from an interview with Sky Sports. Now, this interview was apparently done around 3 weeks ago, so that little bit of context is key, but it's still pretty shocking, so let's get to the quotes. Lukaku says, "Physically I'm fine, but I'm not happy with the situation at Chelsea. Tuchel has chosen to play with another system. I won't give up, I'll be professional. I'm not happy with the situation, but I am professional and I can't give up now." Keep in mind, at the time of this interview, Lukaku had a good start to the season, then he had a dip in form and didn't score goals, a bit of a drought. And then he got injured, and he was injured for, like 4 to 6 weeks. So this is before he scored in the Aston Villa and the Brighton games. In terms of the positioning, I can see where he's coming from, because I do feel like there was a mismatch between what Lukaku was doing and Tuchel's system and how Chelsea were playing. We weren't necessarily playing to Lukaku's strengths, and he might have needed to adjust his game a little bit and be a bit more dynamic. Every time that he was on the pitch, I just felt that there were 3 defenders swarming him and making it impossible for him to get the ball. And we've seen recently that it seems that he's getting more of the ball, making those runs, especially operating a little bit more on the right-hand side. It seems that he's had a talk with Thomas Tuchel after this Aston Villa game, kind of going over how they both can adjust to get the most out of Lukaku and kind of change his role a bit in the team. But then he goes on to say the following: "I think everything that happened last summer was not supposed to happen like this. How I left Inter, the way I left the club, how I communicated with Inter fans. This bothers me because it was not the right time. Now it's the right time to share my feelings. I have always said that I have Inter in my heart. I know I will return to Inter. I really hope so. I'm in love with Italy. This is the right moment to talk and let people know what really happened. I really hope from the bottom of my heart to return to Inter, not at the end of my career, but when I'm still at the top level, to win more together. I want to apologize to the Inter fans. The timing of my words was wrong. What you did for me will remain forever." So I think that this is the part that a lot of Chelsea fans have really been upset about, rightfully so. This feels very weird to me, strange timing. At the time that the interview took place, Chelsea weren't necessarily in a good place, and we've gone on to have some pretty poor form, so I just don't think that the timing makes sense. And the part that confused me the most, so to speak, is that he said that he wants to return to Inter in his prime. He's 28 right now, so he's in his prime, and so that kind of makes me feel that he doesn't want to be at Chelsea. That's just my opinion. That's what I gauge from those quotes. Hopefully that's not true, but I just felt that it was very strange timing to come out with it and to say this to the Inter fans at this moment in time, when Chelsea needs to be 100% focused on every game and trying to stay in the Premier League title race, which is not looking so great at the moment. Chelsea play Liverpool at the weekend, so literally not a worse time for this interview to come out. Will be interesting, to say the least, to see how the Chelsea fans react to Romelu Lukaku if he starts on Sunday, which I have a feeling he will. Again, these quotes were taken from a couple of weeks ago. Hopefully he's a little bit happier now, having scored in 2 consecutive games. He's looked different and stronger, but still, just a strange thing to happen, and I don't know how I 100% feel about it right now. but it just doesn't sit well that he said he wants to return to Inter in the seemingly near future when we just spent a ton of money on him. But let me know what you think about these quotes. The full interview will be coming out, I think, in the next couple of days. So hopefully that provides more context to us. Hopefully it's not as bad as it looks right now, but not a great feeling for a Thursday evening. Let me know how you feel about these comments. Are people overreacting? Do you think that Lukaku is justified in saying this? I want to hear everything, so let me know in the comments down below. I'll be back with a lot of regular content coming up in the next couple of weeks. I literally have stuff planned for every day, so it's insane. Make sure to follow along, but hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, I'm out.